What's up, everybody? I'm Joe Longo. This is 30 Days of Inspiration, and this is Barry Eichner. And
What's up?
We are actually in his loft, but also the set for all the lip gloss and aftershave
Videos. In fact, this is where Jenny and I
you.
sit. This is my spot. You're sitting in Jenny's seat.
So I'm Jenny. Jenny is Barry's business partner, Jenny Nagel.
Yep.
Lip gloss and aftershave, one of the many things that Barry does.
I'm trying to pare down the things that I do so I don't have to be as crazy.
But it kind of seems like it's just more things are happening.
Dude.
Like more and more.
Wait, somebody text messaged me today. Is it okay that I pass your name on to somebody to do a wedding shoot? And I was like, well, I hope Joe's free.
I hope they have a lot of money.
I know, right?
So not only is, and I really just learned this about Barry, Barry is a skincare rock star. Like, really. So with Barry's blog, Lip Gloss and Aftershave, why don't you tell them what Lip Gloss and Aftershave is?
Oh yeah, so it's a digital marketing firm that produces a beauty blog. And so Jenny Nagel and I met working on one of our many accounts together like 3 or 4 years ago, and we really liked working with each other. We complemented each other very well. And so I brought her onto another account, and then she brought me in, and then we started saying, like, well, why don't we start writing about skincare since everybody asks us about skincare anyway? So we came up with a concept and we put it into reality last June. Our launch date was June 1st. And a year later, it's growing beyond what we could have expected. So it's
quick. Like, you think a year is a long time, but really it's
not a long time.
Quick.
No, yeah. I was working within the aesthetics community, so day spas, medical spas. I was working within that industry since 1999. And I started trying to get publicity for the spa that I was working at by writing for magazines. And so I got known for that. And then in 2011, I started doing my own consulting, and I started really focusing on the trade shows to try to meet people, and it just sort of spiraled out of there, and I started speaking and flying all over the country, taking pictures, and you know, I'm kind of like out there, and I'm kind of like a little crazy, and I guess people just really like that.
Well, you have a great personality, and it's very inviting. Like, I just talked with Dave Hem earlier, and you guys have that same like energy. You just want to be around you because it's always fun and light. And
I posted something on Facebook the other day that said, be yourself and be the most authentic form of yourself, because that gives people around you permission to do the same thing. And one of the people that I met through the blog, who I met just while I was emceeing a skincare show, well, a makeup show in California, wrote, "That's why I love you, and I think why most people love you, because you are so yourself that you just make everybody else feel comfortable."
Yeah.
So that's
great.
And that's, you know, the thing that's most important to me over the years is truly being okay with being who I am. And I know you talked about, you know, like, before we did this, we were like, what are we going to talk about? And we came up with some ideas. And I thought, like, I really want people to understand how important it is to like who they are and to accept themselves for who they are and be okay with all of that. Because, like, once that happens, that's where magic begins.
Right.
Like, you start to attract your tribe when you're your most authentic. And when you attract your tribe, I'm conscious of my hands because I've been watching myself in video, and all I do is this through every video. It's hysterical. So I'm like, hold your hands down.
And now I'm thinking about what am I doing over there?
Right? But you attract your tribe, and when you are around your people, and I know you love to talk about energy. The energy, when everybody's on the same wavelength, it amplifies.
Yeah.
And I really believe that's what happens. That's how people find their bliss, their success, and they really start to explode, is when they can be so comfortable and they're around people who they're comfortable with. It just sort of like emulates a vortex, so to speak, perhaps.
That fun saying, your vibe attracts your tribe.
I love that.
And for how hokey it is, it really is true. Like, you just start getting the good people around you.
And that's the thing that's the most amazing to me is like, you know, the people that I truly love in my world are the people who are truly down to earth, sophisticated, slightly ratchet. Like, I don't really love people who are like stuck up or super bougie. I like them to have a bougie element about them, but who understand like that's all bullshit.
Right. So it's in check.
Yeah,
And you know how to play the game in a way.
Like, you are so real. That's why I love hanging out with you, because I can just be 100% real with you, and you like welcome that, and that's a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I again hope that when I'm out there, I'm being myself as well. And it's like sometimes like my best friend probably takes the brunt of my realness because I really don't hold anything back.
Who is your best friend?
Michael Barata.
And where does he live?
He lives in Freeland, Pennsylvania.
Right? Is he the family with the restaurant?
No.
Okay, that's somebody else.
But he manages like a restaurant and a fitness center and all kinds of stuff.
All right.
And now he's doing a new gig as well.
Okay.
But he'll ask me things as a friend, and I'll really let him know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it isn't nice and it isn't lovely. It's like, it's not always like, oh, it'll be okay. Sometimes it's like, no, this is really the way I'm seeing it.
But I need that from my friends.
Right,
Especially
exactly.
the people that I'm closest to. Like, I legit just got off the phone with my friend Dan. I was like, I have a question. This is the situation. Am I being a dick? And he was like, yes. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. I needed that.
Yeah.
Like, if your friends don't tell you the truth, who's can you count on?
Right. And the truth isn't always fun.
No, it's
But
not.
I would rather hear the truth from a friend and then be able to work on whatever that may be than not even know that there's...
The unexamined life is not worth living. Is that the Matahari, the Maharaji? Who said that?
Someone very wise.
Someone very, very wise.
Someone very wise. So I feel we really jumped off from you and what you do. And I meant to ask before what all I'm allowed to talk about.
Anything.
So Barry has lip gloss and aftershave. Barry's also like mastered the world of Instagram. He has a wonderful following. He's a photographer. Social media.
Yeah, I speak a lot on social media. I love social media. I love Instagram, and it's doing so many things. In fact, as we were setting up, he said, "Did you set up your IGTV yet?" And I was like, no, because it launched while we were in Vegas. Like, literally, we're pulling things off of the internet and redoing our slide deck because we are presenting on Instagram at this trade show. And I was like, Jenny, we have to redo the slide deck to get IGTV in there. And we worked on setting it up, but I mean, literally 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, we didn't have time to do anything. But no, I love Instagram, and I love photography. I did a lot of fitness models, dancers, really physique people in a whole like Instagram account that is slowly dwindling because I haven't done anything with it because I'm too busy. And I think that I really feel like that area of my photography may be over because I'm having so much fun with product photography now that like I get bored with that. It's too boring.
Once you have the lighting set up, especially in a studio environment, there's really no more...
There's no more challenge.
Right. It's just the person that you're working with and how you're going to pose them. And once you learn how to pose them the right way, it's just really like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Just move around, get the light set up. I mean, if you really want to challenge yourself as a photographer, go shoot an event between 2 rooms that has 2 totally different lighting setups in both rooms and have 100 people making funny faces. If you want to challenge yourself as a photographer, that's where you go. Because you're like readjusting lighting on the fly every 2 seconds. And people who are drinking at an event are like not the easiest people to like resituate.
No, not at all. So give that a try. Let us know how it goes.
Seriously.
That's just a nightmare of an idea.
Oh, I did it all weekend. That's what I was doing. I was shooting parties. I shot one party for my friend Lori, who owns a company called 2L, and then I shot my own party in Las Vegas, and it was just crazy. But we got some really good shots, but it takes a little extra effort.
Right. It's one of those you get home, you're back to the room, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. Seriously.
And your eyeballs just hurt.
Yeah. Crazy.
So photography, the makeup industry.
Yep. Skincare.
Skincare, social media. and fitness.
Yeah.
So, and I hate to say this because I don't mean any disrespect to anyone, but Barry did not always look like this. And when I met you, you didn't look like this.
Yeah.
And it's only been a couple of years, like 3-4 years.
It's been like 2. Yeah. I've always struggled with being just a little overweight. And it's not for lack of trying. That's our timer to stop. I'll finish this and we can wrap up.
Yeah. Well, not to stop, just for the camera to take a break.
It was not for lack of trying. It was more for lack of the right method. And so we'll take a break on the camera and I'll tell you about the method when we come back. Does that work? Yeah. So like when I was 37, I remember it specifically. Actually, more like 35. I had this one trainer, and I was on this meal plan. This was like before the iPhone and before all the apps. So you had to like do everything. Mm-hmm. So I ate like really rigid every single day for 9 months. I ate this like bodybuilder diet. So I couldn't go out to eat. I couldn't do anything, but I ate the same foods. And I was really lean, but like also crazy. And no one wanted to go out to dinner with me. Mm-hmm. So I got off that and I like got fat again. Not fat, but like thick in the middle. And I tried being a vegan and vegetarian and like no carbs, and I did CrossFit and always did a little yoga, but nothing would ever take it away. And I met this trainer online who was magic. He tracked my food for a week, and then he then gives me what's called macro totals that I can eat within, the number of carbs, fats, and proteins I can eat every day. And I just track my food with that, and then I work out from workouts that he gives me, and like I've never looked better. Like I have a better body at 48 than I had at 18.
You look great.
I feel great.
And a little bit of me is jealous. Not in a bad way, but it has, like, from doing this. I was talking about it with Dave. Like, I'm seeing myself. I'm like, oh, you got to do some work. So I joined the gym on Friday. Well, I've been going, and now like you said, like I really need to eat the right way now.
You got to, because like I will tell you, I was doing CrossFit, 5 CrossFits a week, and then doing 2 or 3 H.I.I.T workouts with my friend and trainer Midge Schull, Madam Midge at Optimal. Little shout out. And I was 200 pounds, all belly fat. It was when I like totally redid, and like I didn't have to give up anything. That was the cool thing. This trainer, the reason I hired this trainer was because he said, I need you to not skip any food groups. So if you want to eat bread or candy, eat it, just make sure it fits within your macros. He's like, and stop running so much. You're doing too much cardio. Just lift some weights. You'll be fine. I was like, okay. He said, eat bread and stop running. I said, I'll hire you for a year if you want. Like, we can do this. And it worked. It was the best. Yeah. I love it.
But you do work hard. It's not like you're just...
Oh, I work out hard, but I mean, I always did. It's just now I have the nutrition to back it up.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going.
It works for me. Yeah, get that nutrition in check. I can put you in touch with Peter.
Yeah, I'd like that. So what do you have? What's going on? What's happening? Anything fun with the blog, with lip gloss and aftershave? It's
just so basically what we're doing right now is we're still in that sort of like growth phase of like getting in front of as many people as possible. So we just got invited to moderate the classrooms for a spa show in San Jose called Face and Body. So we're going to San Jose in August to do that. And then I'm going to host a spa conference in LA next weekend to get in front of more people. I'm speaking at a spa conference in Florida in October, and I think that's it so far this year. I've got a couple of small day trips and things to New York, but basically what we're doing is just looking to get in front of as many people to expand the reach and get more people to sponsor us so we can, continue to stay in business, which is, it's actually really becoming, it's like a gift that people are really reacting to us. Like these brands are really liking what we're doing, and so they're jumping on board with us really quickly and easily, and we're so grateful for that. Like I thought I'd have to really sell it much harder, but like people are really excited.
It's so good, the quality. is so good. And I'm not just saying that because we're friends, but really, like, if I'm a brand in this, market, and I'm seeing the quality of product photography that you're doing to go out with your blog posts, why not? Be like, they can give us everything in one sweet little package.
It's so funny that you say that because like what's one of the reasons that a lot of the brands do work with us is because they get the pictures. And one brand saw us in Las Vegas and he came up and he was like, you guys, I will do whatever you want whenever you want. He's like, the pictures that you took for your summer survival guide, we reposted them. They got more reaction online than anything we've ever posted. We were trying to do a beach themed shoot for summer survival guide.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember like in May, it's like it just literally rained every day, like every day. So we kept having to postpone the shoot. So finally I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's just put some sand on a white backdrop, and I drew a sun in with crayons and used Barbie and Ken as me and Jenny, and we had our beach shoot. And people are like, that's the coolest thing ever. In fact, my one friend was
I'll put it right here for everyone to see.
My friend Tommy was like, you should be like a creative director for a magazine. And I was like,
you are.
I am. He was like, oh, yeah. I was like, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Like we create that. So
yeah, it really is. It very is. Like, we use the term blog, but it really is. It's an online beauty magazine.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'll link it up here for all of you to check out. So thank you for taking the time to hang out.
I was honored to be part of the Joe Longo 30-day thing. I'm sorry about the other day when I had to
okay. But it was it's hot out there now, but it was really hot.
Yeah, I think it's actually just as hot today, but we're like, it's gotta get it done. It's almost the end of June.
We got a couple days left with this. So I've been asking everyone that has been sitting down with me if you already said some very inspiring things, but if someone came up to me and was like, I want to start a blog, I want to do something like that, what can I do? Like,
do it.
Would you?
Do it afraid. Yeah, like the number one thing that holds people back is fear of what they don't know, that they're not going to know how to do it. Fear holds everyone back. And it's like, I heard a bit of advice about 7 years ago that was just do it afraid. And I was like, because if I ever waited not to be afraid of something, I would do nothing.
Right.
Like every time the first time I got on stage to speak, I was terrified. And now I just walk up there and do it like I own the spot. But like no matter what it is, you're going to be the normal person's reaction to doing something they don't know is to be terrified of it. You just have to do it afraid and realize that like successful people fail more than unsuccessful people try. And so is that you've heard that saying before?
Yeah.
Like I didn't make that up. Like I'm not that smart, but
I guess you are.
Well, yeah, I'm more savvy than smart and tenacious. Like I just don't stop. And that's, if you don't stop, you'll eventually...
Right, you just have to keep on going.
Like, I had a woman in one of my classes say, she's like, I get tired of asking people to check in. She's like, we opened 2 months ago, and I ask every customer to check in, and the majority of them say no. And I was like, yeah, that's probably how it's going to go. But my thought process is that you're more sensitive to the number of no's you're getting because you're asking everyone. Whereas if you're in a normal business who's not just opened and looking to get that recognition, you're probably asking 1 in 10 of your favorite clients, and those favorites are going to say yes. So you can't let other people's no's or naysaying, you just got to turn that shit off. And I mean, even my business partner's husband, when we first started this, was like, give it a shot. I don't know. Now he's like, all right, here we go, because we're killing it. Yeah.
And it is, it's that unknown, jumping into the unknown. Like this whole, project. It's just like, I have some time in June, and instead of wasting it, how can I be creative with it? And don't get me wrong, I love being on this side of the camera, but it also scares me a lot as well. And as I've been watching, like, oh, you say so a lot. You need to sit up straighter. Like I'm seeing all these things, like how you sit with your hands and stuff. But I love it, and I love I love actually being on this side now so much more than I thought that I would. Like I thought it would be more like, oh, let's create some fun pictures and then we'll just talk. But I've been having so much more fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, just talking and having just a conversation with people that I think other people would enjoy being part of.
Absolutely.
And it's, I talk about it all the time, but I give so much of it, like the credit to Joe Rogan, and because I watch Joe Rogan all the time, the Joe Rogan podcast. And he's just, if you don't know Joe Rogan, go find him. But he went from being on television to being the host of Fear Factor. Remember Fear Factor?
Yeah.
To and he's always been a fighter, but then he found yoga as well. Mm-hmm. But it's not like he found yoga and was like,
Doesn't
I'm a
everybody always
yogi
find
now.
yoga somewhere?
Somewhere, yeah. And then it's and I hate to say it this way, and then we become nice people. Because I probably wasn't a nice guy before I found yoga, and then I found yoga, and I'm like, everyone is so nice and sweet.
For the majority of them are nice and sweet. There are some douchey yoga guys.
Yeah. Well, that's
name like 2 or 3.
But he'll on his podcast he'll just sit down and have these conversations with people. But it's 3-hour conversations, and at the end it's you feel you're best friends with these 2 people that you
get to know them.
Yeah.
You get to know them.
It's just that.
Well, Joe and I bond over photography and coffee.
Yeah.
That's our 2 bondings.
If you end up hiring me for larger projects, typically Barry is always there.
Yeah, I'm the guy that comes in and helps make sure lights are set up and fine-tune the details and make sure that there's no hair ties on someone's wrists and things like that.
All those things. So yeah, big projects, Barry always comes along on.
Yeah. There we are.
And that's the end.
Conclusion to our day.
So where all can they find you?
The best place is lipglossandaftershave.com. And that's going to be the main site that I'm going to sort of feature myself on going forward. I have barryeichner.com right now, which is going to transition probably in the next 6 to 8 months into a full-fledged photography page. Majority is going to be headshots and product photography because de facto, product photography has become a big part of our business. And not because we set out to become product photographers, we wanted to be bloggers, we wanted to talk about product, but as we do the product pictures and as I'm meeting people and taking pictures, it's the natural progression is, well, these are beautiful, can you do this for our whole line? Mm-hmm. And so we actually created packages, quarterly packages, where it's get your fall pictures, get your winter pictures, get your summer pictures. Because, brands need they need pictures for their social, and so we come up with a whole package for them. So yeah, lipglossandaftershave.com, and if you go there, we have all the links to our social. Find us there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. That's awesome.